Wind, snowfall, solitude. For Bilge Nuri Ceylan, these elements symbolize moments of soul-searching. Regarded as one of the top Turkish independent directors, Ceylan often forces his characters to face a choice, to compromise or stand their moral ground against the greater foe. In Ceylan's Wild Poetry, the main character, Sinan, returns to his hometown after college, hoping to find sponsors for publishing his book. Instead of support, he faces rejection and encounters conniving business people trying to exploit him. At the same time, he witnesses the crumbling state of his family. Despite an opportunity to leave town and pursue his career, Sinan chooses to stay and help his father rebuild their farm, a project the community ridicules. The film captures the realism of life in a Turkish town. Long, static takes often frame scenes through hallways or windows, making the audience feel like distant observers. Ceylan is known for intentionally leaving in the travel scenes, mundane walking shots, to make the story as realistic as possible. Ceylan's goal is to convey emotion and make a statement about the character's journey. Often, the most significant parts of a hero's journey happen in moments of quiet reflection. The mise-en-scène and pacing are crucial for building emotion, but ultimately, the character's intent matters most. In most of Ceylan's films, characters instinctively know the right thing to do. Much of the narrative revolves around their attempts to avoid that truth until they either surrender or compromise. I'm also drawn to another type of character, the hardworking underdog. Frank Capra's films exemplify this through characters who approach life's problems with innocence and determination. In contrast to the Wild Pear Tree, Capra's It's a Wonderful Life follows George Bailey, a man who has already suffered the consequences of following his moral compass. Despite their differences, both films portray protagonists who are misunderstood, belittled, and left to stand alone. In It's a Wonderful Life, George Bailey resists powerful competitors. When offered a tempting salary increase in exchange for selling out his father's business, he refuses. Capra's blocking often positions George alone against a larger group, emphasizing the strength of his opposition. His enemies, whether financially or intellectually superior, pose a constant threat. This dynamic leaves the audience questioning whether good can truly prevail. The contrast between Ceylan's and Capra's filmmaking highlights the importance of character development. Personally, I prefer protagonists firmly rooted in moral conviction. Throughout my childhood, I was often singled out for my worldview and religion. I had to define my own principles and stand by them. I resonate with characters who face loneliness and adversity. When they triumph over evil, it brings me the greatest sense of satisfaction and hope. These films help me to believe that one day victory over challenges may also be possible in my own life, as long as I stick to my moral standards and never compromise.